Hello everyone. Welcome to this unique reading. Instead of doing a weekly reading, this week I chose to do the Aries full moon reading. So, welcome to the Aries full moon reading. If you're new here, welcome. I work with energy, tarot, but my biggest passion is teaching. I teach Reiki, psychic development, tapping into your intuition so that you can manifest and create better relationships, health, connection, purpose, money flow. I genuinely believe our inner magic or potential is what can help us move ahead. We could read all the books in the world, but if we're not tapping into this, we're not going to shift or go as far as we can. So that's a little bit about me. So the Aries full moon is this Thursday, October 17th, 2024. And the Aries full moon, at least for me, for the last 3 years, has been a humsinger. We have the power of Aries, fire, coupled with the watery love, intuitiveness, subconscious of the moon. So it's this beautiful balance, the yin and yang. So I wanted to focus on our reading to help us get through or be aware. People tend to think when you work with the tarot that it's like scary. No, it's not. It's a heads up. It gives you a taste of like where the energy is headed, and you can choose to participate in that energy or with your free will go around it and do your own thing. So with this one, it is heck of a potent, just with the cards I got. Two major arcanas and then high court card, or high minor arcana card. So the opening card for the energy of this full moon and how to participate in the next 14 days post full moon. The opening card is the Wheel of Fortune. So there's no messing around here. I don't know why my camera is blurry. There is no messing around. So when this card shows up, it's all about stability. And you've got the stability, which is funny because everything else is not. So you've got this idea of stability in the four corners. So if focus on your four pillars, focus on your stability, not others, is what I'm getting. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which you can wait for fate to shift it, or you can shift it yourself. And if things are going well, knowing that you can keep turning the wheel up, or if you let go of the wheel, it can turn down. If things are not going well right now, the great thing is that you can start turning the wheel and start focusing on up. Because what you're focusing on is what you're creating. And it's very much a beautiful energy that the wheel is always moving. Just you can shift the pace, you can shift the focus off the wheel. So we're heading into this. So our personal focus, and I feel like it's our own stability, like stay in our own lane, focus on our own stability, will help us make the changes to walk away from what no longer serves us. That's the 10 of Swords. Now, that doesn't mean we're all handing in our resignation come Friday. It's more like we may make internal decisions. Not everybody needs to know. It's nobody's business. But there's going to be a lot of decisions made. It's going to be a powerful energy of letting go of things. Now, if you tap into your emotional intelligence, which I'm really big on, emotional maturity, it doesn't have to be other people's business. Keep it to yourself. Because a lot of people are on a need to know, because if you're feeling this way, they're probably feeling this way. So there could be a lot of shifts, no matter how positive or uplifting or high vibe people may be. There's something going on under the surface. Stay in your lane. Right now, this is not, let's put it this way, this is not the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is having a lot of mental stuff and having to discuss and share to clear your mind. so you can see clearly. We're beyond the discussion stage. We're beyond the discussion stage. We know that we have certain swords in our back and we're done. But it has to come from ourself, and it's a decision we keep to ourselves. And I feel like a lot of this is going to be revealed next month by those of us that um, do this work, who lean into our work. Um, those that don't do the work will be like fire cracking and popcorning. It's like all over the place. Those of us that do the work will be quiet. I feel like there's a lot of quiet quitting actually. Um, or release walking away from toxic things that no longer serve us. They might be perfect people, but it's just not working. So a lot of decisions with this full moon, and it's internal. I also feel like there's a lot of habit breaking here too. So, like for example, if your biggest bane in your existence right now holding you back from like where you want to be is, let's say, smoking, you're gonna quit. You're gonna quit. And this is more like quit completely, like cold turkey. And I almost feel like the aftermath, the energy we need to, sorry, my eyes are really itchy. Um, the aftermath is we sit in the hermit energy. I don't know why. There's a new setting in Zoom and it's really playing with me here. So, after all the changes and decisions, which we're keeping to ourselves, and I knew this card was coming, so that's why I'm like, keep it to yourself. There's a lot of reflection needed after all this energy. We're going to be shining the light on things we typically don't shine it on, either with ourselves and others. And we need to just stay in our lane, grow ourselves, work on ourselves. This is really like this, we're shifting towards a bit of a selfish period. But I find that when we're selfish and we work on ourselves, it's those that are close to us and then eventually the collective that gain from that insight, from that work. We'll be able to offer more in the long run. It's not like a pause like the hangman. It's more like we're still trotting along. Still, he's got his cane and he's still trotting along. Recognizing some of the obstacles, but there's still the light. There's still the light. There's our connection, our divine connection to source, that we're all interconnected. We've all got a beautiful connection. We're all like the God self, goddess self. Our heads down in contemplation, not defeat. We're not being distracted by the world around us because, as I said, people are going to be like popcorn going off. But there's those of us that are staying true, following through, doing the incremental steps, going within, listening to our intuition. We'll come out on top. And with everything that's going on astrologically as well, too, there's a lot going on. So this is a beautiful energy. So if you're doing some manifesting or doing a full moon work or tapping into the power of the moon, or you're just like, you want a little boost because you feel the energy's gone a little crazy, here it is. There's going to be some kind of change. And here's the thing, it's not a tower card. So it's not like you're openly burning everything down to rebuild it. It's not the devil card where you're like unleashing everything. It's a decision within where it's like, no more, no more, no more. I don't play this game. You see things for what they are now. So don't worry, it's not a full tower. If it was, I didn't pull the tower. It's this opportunity to make the decision and move forward. And what I feel from this, I'm going to pull overall outcome if we follow this energy. We have the Hierophant. And for some, the Hierophant represents institutionalization. But what I'm hearing here with this is that we'll have new beliefs, we'll have new systems to work with. Because my view on the Hierophant is that it's this beautiful Taurus energy of working hard and hitting the ground running and going. And having people with you, because you can choose what kind of Hierophant you are. I feel like you can enter a new structure, new peace, new beginnings, and start changing and creating the change. Because I'm seeing the 5 there, and I'm just saying the 5's really jumping out at me, is that you can move towards structured change as opposed to a hot mess, which is beautiful. And you'll have people there to support you. Just make sure they're not like bending the knee. It's kind of what this card is, but it's more like they're ready to serve with you for the greater cause. So there's no levels. I don't work that way. I've got too much Sagittarius in me. I don't believe in the you're working together. So it's a beautiful energy, actually. Hit the ground running and structured change is what I get. And then I always believe structured change has to change as well, too. So there we go. So I hope this helps you for the Aries full moon. Get you a little bit of hope for the future as well, too, for structured change. Take it one step at a time. Do your work. Enjoy your full moon circles. And I will be back next week with a reading. Take care.